Good evening. My name is Bill Dean. I'm the president of the Texas Tech Alumni Association, and on behalf of the association and Texas Tech University, we want to welcome you to our ring ceremony. Wow, where did all you people come from? We have a record number of ring recipients, and we obviously have a record number of friends and family. We never obviously can anticipate. So this isn't going to help very much, but I'd like to ask all the ring recipients in this section and in this section, if there's an empty chair on your left-hand side, move over and fill it in. Go this way. Don't go across the aisle, just in each section. And in these two sections, if there's an empty chair on your right, would you move over until all the empty seats are at the end of the aisle? Okay. Some of you are standing. You're welcome to come fill these seats. Now, you can't come up and get a ring, but hopefully some of you will be able to find a seat. And we apologize for the fact that some of you are going to have to stand. Okay, again, welcome to our ceremony. This has become a major tradition at Texas Tech. It's an experience that we hope you will long remember because we are celebrating your academic achievement at Texas Tech. But we're also celebrating your experiences and the relationships that you've made. Now, I know that not every experience you had has been just great. Okay? I understand there are ups and downs to a college education. And some of you probably have told your or explained to your family or had to explain to your family, well, this is why I made this grade or this is why I made that grade. I will share with you a letter that a co-ed wrote, Texas Tech co-ed, to her parents. It starts out, since I left for college, I've been remiss in writing and I'm sorry for my thoughtlessness. I'm getting along pretty well now. The skull fracture and the concussion I got when I jumped out of the window of my residence hall when it caught on fire shortly after my arrival is pretty well healed. I only spent 2 weeks in the hospital, and I can almost see normally. And I only get sick headaches about twice a day. Fortunately, the fire at the residence hall and my jump was witnessed by an attendant at a local gas station. And he's the one who called the fire department and the ambulance. He also visited me in the hospital. And since I have nowhere to live, since my residence hall is burned up, he has invited me to live in his apartment. It's really a basement room, but it's kind of cute. He is a very kind boy, and we have fallen deeply in love. And we're planning to get married. We haven't set the date yet, but it will be before my pregnancy begins to show. Yes, Mother and Dad, I'm pregnant. And I know how much you're looking forward to being grandparents, and I know you'll welcome the baby and give it the same love and tender care and devotion that you gave me when I was a child. The reason for the delay in our marriage is that my boyfriend has a minor infection which prevents him from passing his premarital blood test. And I've carelessly caught it from him. But I know you'll welcome him into the family. He is not very well educated, but kind and ambitious. Now that I brought you up to date, let me tell you, there was no residence hall fire. I don't have a concussion or a skull fracture. I'm not in the hospital. I'm not pregnant. I'm not engaged. I'm not infected. There is no boyfriend. However, I'm going to make a D in history and an F in chemistry. It's all relative, isn't it? I do want to point out that you may be wondering about the bouquet of flowers on the side. A student named Lathan Wallach who would have received a ring tonight passed away, and we have placed those flowers there as a memorial for him and his family. When you get your ring, and as you look at this ring in the future, obviously we hope it brings back recollections of academic achievement, friends, relationships, all the things that go into a college education. Special times, special professors even, that maybe just cause you to stretch a little bit further than you thought you could. Arbor Day, the Carol of Lights, Will Rogers, wrapped in red on Fridays of game day weekends. Memories. We hope they'll be good ones. In 1998, our Student Alumni Board, and that's the group that greeted you when you came in and kind of signed you up, gave you the t-shirts, they did a market study to try to determine if students at Texas Tech would embrace a single ring tradition, and the results were positive. So they then sat down with representatives from the Student Government Association and designed the ring that you're going to receive tonight, a ring that will not change. And we have a special tour of that ring in store for you later. I'll get to that in just a moment. You've earned the ring. You had to have 75 hours at Texas Tech to qualify. And when you get the ring, we would recommend that you put it on your finger with the mask rider or the double T facing towards you. On graduation day, President Skuvinik will invite you to take the ring off, turn it around so it's facing outward as a symbol that you are a graduate of Texas Tech. When you registered for this evening and you received a one-year membership in the Alumni Association after you graduate, Dr. Skuvinik is also awarding every graduating senior another year of membership. So that would be 2 for all of you. And we hope that you will stay involved with Texas Tech, stay involved with your college, stay involved with the Alumni Association. We hope that our song says, bear our banners. We hope that this membership that we're giving you will be a tangible symbol, just like the ring, of your pride and your loyalty and your support. So we hope you'll be lifelong members. We hope you'll support Texas Tech, and there's a variety of ways to do that. It's not all financial. Financial is important, but just putting in a good word, just standing up, just going, getting involved in your local chapter activities, going to college nights, encouraging young people to take a look at Texas Tech. There's so many ways that you can support our university. Let me introduce the participants in the ceremony tonight. First of all, we're very pleased to have Tech President Dr. Lawrence Skuvinik, who will present you with your ring as you come across the stage. After your name is called, we would also ask you to bring that card with you to this table that you were given so we can quickly identify you and get your ring to you. We'd ask you to hold the ring. Once you get back in your seat, just hold the ring until everyone has received it. Chris Sneed, who's an Associate Vice President of the Alumni Association, will announce your name as you come across the stage. Dr. Alicia Wong, who's an Associate Dean and Associate Professor in the Honors College, will then take you on what we call a special tour of the ring, pointing out all the features of it and filling in kind of the gaps that you might have about it. The Texas Tech Federal Credit Union is the official sponsor of this event, and they will present you with a replica class paperweight courtesy of their association. There are 2 representatives here tonight, Sarah D'Agostani over to my right, and Tyler Young, and I'd like to invite Tyler to come up for a brief remark.
Well, thank you for being here tonight. It's an honor for us to sponsor this event every year. I just want to congratulate all of you on receiving your tech ring. As Dr. Dean talked about, there's lots of great memories that go into that, maybe some late nights, some early mornings. But as you get your tech ring, I just want you to think about the community that you have through Texas Tech. and the family and the legacy of Red Raiders that have gone before you. My great-grandmother is one of those. I brought a picture with me. She came back to Tech in the late 60s when she was 71 and wanted to come back and take some classes at the university that she loved. And so I have a picture of her at a football game, and she's decked out in her Tech gear. And it's just a special memory for me and my family and the legacy of Red Raiders that we have. And you get to join that and be a part of that tonight. And this is a symbol of that. And your Tech ring will remind you of that. So congratulations. We're excited to be here and celebrate with you. And I do hope that you'll stay involved with the university and with the Alumni Association, and just wish you the best of luck. Congratulations.
We also have with us the first vice president of the Saddle Tramps, Noah Hearn, and his role will be explained as we get into the program. I want to introduce people who put all this together tonight, our marketing staff, most of them over here. Brent Ross, our associate vice president for marketing. Mandy Wiley, director of Affinity Merchandise, and she's really the person that's responsible for this program. Laura Bixler, our director of membership. Christina Butler, our director of multimedia and communications. Brett Weingartner, he's the videographer over here. He's our coordinator of marketing, public relations, and membership. Madison Tatum, assistant director of membership. Alex Arnold, who's president of the Student Alumni Board. Tim Shore is here. Tim, hold up your hand. Tim Shore, a graduate of Texas Tech, is the representative of the Balfour Company. That's the company that manufactured your ring. And once you put the ring on tonight, if you have any questions or any concerns about that ring, Tim will be right here, and he'll be glad to go over it with you, straighten out any problems or any concern that you might have, because obviously this is a ring for life. And we want you to be 100% satisfied with it. And he's here to make sure that that happens. Grad Images will take a photograph of you receiving the ring from Dr. Skuvenik, and they'll be available for photographs all around after it's over in the lounge outside by the class ring sculpture. Susan Peterson from the La Ventana is in the foyer back there, and we'd encourage you to consider purchasing a yearbook if you haven't done so. Let me introduce Dr. Skuvenik. Dr. Skuvenik received his BS from Phillips University, a master's from Texas A&M, PhD in math from Indiana. He's been at Texas Tech for 37 years. Is that 37?
No, 32.
32? Really?
I started 32.
Okay. Oh, he started, all right, 32 years. He served as chair of the math department and statistics for 10 years. He was appointed interim dean and then dean of the College of Arts and Sciences in 2010. He was interim president in 2012. And from interim, then he went back and became interim provost, named provost in 2014, and our 17th president. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Skuvenik.
Thank you very much, Bill. And good evening, everyone. This is always a special pleasure to be part of this ring ceremony. And every year that I've been here, I've been so impressed by the number of friends and family that are here. We really have wonderful students at Texas Tech, and I believe they reflect the character and the influence of the families and friends that have helped them along the way. And so students, I know I don't have to remind you to always remember to be grateful for that support that your family and your friends have provided you. This is one of the special moments, students, graduates to be, that you'll have of Tech. As Tyler said, you're entering into a family, and it really is a family. I see that in so many ways, in so many different occasions. The ring that you have is a symbol of your lifelong connection to this institution. And it will probably be a way that you'll even make more friends down the road. I can imagine that you'll be at an airport, you'll be in a restaurant, you'll be walking down the street, And somebody will see that ring and they'll tell you that they too were a Red Raider, and you'll go back and reminisce about the wonderful times you've had here. It is very much a very special group of people and family. It's also, in a more personal way, a statement to your family. If you're one of many Texas Tech graduates, it says, well, you're in the club. If you're the first, I'm sure it's a point of great pride to your family. And someday, it may be a subtle message to your children of what you've achieved and a hint at what they should strive for, that college education, hopefully at Texas Tech. Inside the ring is inscribed, strive for honor. If you live your life that way, you'll be a great ambassador for Texas Tech, and I know you will be. So congratulations, and I'll see you in maybe 3 more semesters or so. Thank you.
Good evening. Want to get a ring? Okay, Mandy, are you ready? Ready. Dr. Skubenick, are you ready? Yes, sir. Parents, are you ready? Recipients, are you ready? Yes. All right, let's begin. Darby Adams, Corpus Christi. Sam Adebodan, Houston. Christian Alanis, Edinburgh. Taryn Alkus, Austin. Carrion Keyshawn Allen, Mesquite. Bianca Almazan, Katy. Sean Anderson, Pasadena. Fernando Angel, San Salvador, El Salvador. Luis Antonesi, San Antonio. Megan Aranda, Austin. Shelby Armstrong, Forney. Elmer Arieta, El Paso. Abby Austin, Dallas. Jordan Backus, Bernie. Cassandra Baker, Idalou. Sean Barrett, Wolforth. Matthew Benitez, Lubbock. Lainey Bennett, Kilgore. Juliana Burchell, Denton. Yeah. Andrea Blair, Hazlitt. Alejandro Blanco, Valencia, Venezuela. Elise Bond, Tyler. Tristan Bonner, Edmond, Oklahoma. Garrett Bratton, Stephenville. Francesca Bragg, San Antonio. Allison Brewer, Wichita Falls. Stephen Bridgewater, Amarillo. Haley Brumley, Amarillo. Cade Burns, Wiley. Lakeisha Busher, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Jacqueline Butler, Yuma, Arizona. Jessica Calvert, Gladewater. Chad Campbell, Abilene. Aaron Cantu, Corsicana. Jacob Caraway, Centerville, Virginia. Lauren Cargill, Corpus Christi. Peyton Cassidy, Gainesville. Peter Cavazos, Laredo. We love him too. Catherine Chu, Dallas. Jacqueline Cook, Houston. Darby Cooper, Conroe. Danny Cornett, Magnolia. Marcia Costa, Angola. Jenna Creighton, Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Caitlin Critchlow, Allen. Noah De La Cruz, Lovington, New Mexico. Ricardo Cruz Lozano, Mexico City, Mexico. Julio Donino, Houston. Davin Darnell, San Angelo. Bryce Deline, Canyon Lake. Sydney Delgado, Pleasanton. Megan Dubler, Irving. Macy Dilly, Gatesville. Lee Dixon, Del Rio. Jackson Drawbaugh, Austin. Taylor Dudenhafer, Gainesville. Ashley Durbin, Houston. Aubrey England, Amarillo. Lacey Irwin, Bridgeport. Robert Escovel, Lubbock. Christina Estepinen, Ecuador. Jay Fiedler, Joshua. Heather Fierros, Lockney. Andrew Flanagan, Mount Pleasant. Lee Flores, Lubbock. Catherine Flory, Kingwood. Kiera Flowers, Houston. Kelly Ford, Dallas. Savannah Forsyth, Weatherford. Emily Foster, New Braunfels. Megan Foster, Garland. Brittany Francois Hearn, Houston. Patrick Garcia, El Paso. Perla Garcia, Houston. Xiomara Garcia, Mission. Christopher Gardner, Grand Saline. Dalia Garpa, Farmers Branch. Christopher Garza, Snyder. Matea Garza, Abilene. Victoria Garza, Houston. Eric Glover, El Paso. Brent Gonzalez, Lubbock. Lydia Gonzalez, Houston. Patricia Gonzalez, Rowlett. Sabrina Gonzalez, Houston. Taylor Grandorf, The Woodlands. Jennifer Gruber, Muston, Wisconsin. Marisol Guerrero, Mesquite. Stephen Gutierrez, Seminole. Rhett Harris, Grandview. Joseph Harvey, Sherman. Ismael Hernandez, Garland. Eduardo Hernandez, Arlington. I think his cheer just took the lead. Valerie Inajos, Wiley. Garrett Dean Hollis, Pleasanton. Carrie Holmes, Lubbock. Jonah Hubbard, Canton. Erlinda Huerta, Lubbock. Taylor Hunt, San Angelo. Aaron Ipser, Fort Worth. Julia Jack, Borger. Cole Jackson, Lubbock. Desmond Jackson, Kyle. Tyler Johnson, Mesquite. Ashley Jones, Lubbock. Johnston Jones, Corsicana. Jaron Kirchgraber, Bandera. Jason Coker, Fort Worth. Hey, you can not say yes. I didn't. Okay. Kara Krotz, Winners. Jason Leach, Cleburne. Ashley Leal, San Antonio. Leslie Linker, Austin. Miranda Yanis, Wolfworth. Jessica Lomer, Fort Worth. Kayla Longoria, San Benito. Garrett Luca, Miles. Chloe Lowitz, Weatherford. Maryvette Lucero, Leveland. Paul Lukeman, Dallas. Marcelo Mack, Oakland, California. Aaron Marshall, Austin. Angelica Martinez, San Antonio. Cynthia Martinez, El Paso. Victoria Martinez, San Antonio. Mariah Massey, Goldthwaite. Hunter May, Mount Pleasant. These two go together. Mason May, Mount Pleasant. Matthew McDaniel, White House. Nicole McIntyre, El Paso. Jessica Mees, Houston. Elizabeth Medina, Canyon. Daniel Micheli, Puerto La Cruz, Venezuela. Thought I had it. Cora Michalowski, Floresville. Jackson Miller, Santa Rosa, California. Stephen Miranda, Lubbock. Blaine Mitchell, El Dorado. Amaris Molina, San Antonio. Eliza Montez, O'Donnell. Brody Morris, Crosbyton. Caitlin Murray, Kingwood. Romeric Domba, Lubbock. Naomi Norwood, Woodway. Sydney Notman, Mansfield. Cager Osborne, Pampa. Alexandra Packard, Amarillo. Taryn Peffer, Flower Mound. Auden Perez, Midland. Kimberly Phillips, Abilene. Lindsay Phillips, Austin. Randy Ponikevsky, Irving. Daniel Prince, Tomball. Ryan Provencio, Allen.
Yeah, Ryan!
Emilio Ramos, San Antonio. Colin Reed, San Antonio. Carly Reeves, Munster. Ross Reinhardt, Louisville. Alyssa Rios, San Angelo. Jennifer Rios, Von Ormy. Angelica Rivas, Lubbock. Edgar Rivas, Forney. Jennifer Rivera, Farr. Javiera Rivero, Perryton. Jack Robb, Littleton, Colorado. Brandon Roberts, Lubbock. Campbell Sky Robertson, Flower Mound. Cameron Robles, Pleasanton. Vanessa Robles, Prosper. Alexis Rodriguez, Spring. Ana Maria Rodriguez, Harlingen. Jairo Rodriguez, Houston. Brianna Rodriguez, Lubbock. Rachel Rogers, Saxe. Hayden Ruiz, Castroville. Victoria Rushing, Waco. Mandy Salazar, Austin. Erica Sanchez, Houston. Kenton Sanders, Lubbock. Ilson Santiago, Magnolia. Erica De Los Santos, Austin. Shane Sharp, North Richland Hills. Curtis Smith, Driftwood. Haley Smith, Copperas Cove. Haley Speak, Rowlett. Kyle Stafford, Allen. Jorian Stevenson, Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Chase Stewart, Bedford. Colby Stone, Aledo. Marcia Rusi, Round Rock. Amanda Tebow, Allen. James Thomas, Tyler. Timothy Topper, Golden, Colorado. Dylan Torres, Sweetwater. Lisa Trevino, Waxahachie. Amanda Tutt, Rowlett. Ellen Van Nostrand, Round Rock. Shelby Vanetta, Clovis, New Mexico. Aaron Vaughn, Lubbock, Texas. Miranda Vega, San Antonio. Joey Villarreal, Amarillo. Courtney Warren, Purdon. Christina Weston, Louisville. Kayla Wary, Arlington. Abigail Whitehead, Sunnyvale. Reagan Wigington, Golden. Ashton Wilkinson, Snyder. Sabra Williams, San Antonio. Christopher Williamson, San Antonio. Whitney Weichel, Cisco. Jacob Windsor, Midlothian. Brittany Woods, Crum. Caitlin Zimmerly, Abilene. Melody Zuniga, Lubbock. Does everyone have a ring? Okay. Congratulations, guys.
Everybody's got their ring box in their hand? No, I didn't say open it. Okay. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the official ring ceremony of Texas Tech University. The official class ring symbolizes significant achievement in your academic career at Texas Tech, and I want to congratulate each and every single one of you on this accomplishment. At this time, I want you to hold the box in your hands. Didn't say to open it, okay? You can take the cover off and lift out the ring box. And you can open up the ring box. I didn't say take the ring out. I want you to just look at it for a little bit, okay? I want you to hold it in one hand. I want you to feel the weight of it. The weight is every lab, is every exam, is every essay, is every word you spoke in class. It is the weight of every single piece of work you put into your education. Some of you took out your rings. I see you. You can open the box and take out your rings. Don't put them on yet, okay? But hold them in your hands. I want you to look at it for a little bit. I want you to admire the sheen, the glow. That is the quality of the education that you have received at Texas Tech. That is the reputation that this university has. The sparkle, that is the something extra special that makes you a Red Raider, that makes you bleed red and black. You still don't get to put it on yet. What I'm gonna do is take you on a tour of the iconic symbols represented on your ring by leading you on an imaginary journey through campus in your time here at Texas Tech. Students, you all have a ring in front of you, and I know your finger is itching to get it on, but you're gonna hold off for just a second. Families and guests, you'll have to wait a little bit because you don't have a ring in your hands, but you can follow along on the TV monitors. And you can follow on your program along our journey around the ring. So for all of you, I want you to think back to the first time you heard about Texas Tech University. Maybe it was from a parent, or maybe it was from a relative, maybe it was from a neighbor who attended Texas Tech. Maybe it was the first time you saw the Red Raiders play a football game on TV. Or maybe it was when you began looking at colleges and browsing through college catalogs. You probably looked at dozens of universities, but only one stood out. The one with the scarlet and the black, the one with the double T. I want you to take a look at the top of your ring now. Whether you have a traditional ring or a signet ring, the iconic double T sits prominently on top. And there is no other symbol more associated with Texas Tech than that double T. Although no one has ever claimed credit for the design, historic documents date the first appearance to 1926 when it showed up on some sweaters made for the football team. The double T represents the foundation of our university as Texas Technological College, as well as the university we have grown to become. Inscribed around the raised double T is our official name, Texas Tech University, with 2 separate stars and the date of our founding, 1923. It was then that the Texas legislature decided that rather than a branch campus of Texas A&M, man, we just avoided that one, didn't we? An entirely new university would better serve the needs of the West Texas region. On February 10th, 1923, Texas Governor Pat Neff signed the legislation creating Texas Technological College, and in July of that year, a committee began searching for a location for the school. When the members of the committee visited Lubbock, they were overwhelmed to find residents lining the streets to show support for the idea of hosting the institution. They all thought that we were out there welcoming them. In fact, we were just hiding the haboob that wasn't coming in the background, right? That August, Lubbock was chosen on the first ballot over other area towns, including Floydada, Plainview, and Sweetwater. I want you to turn your rings to the left, and our journey around campus begins. Picture yourself now standing at the Broadway entrance to campus. Directly in front of you sits the large granite university seal designed in 1924 by campus master planner William Ward Watkin. the same seal that you find engraved on your ring. This seal first appeared on Texas Tech diplomas in 1948, but was not officially approved as a seal of Texas Tech University until 1953. I want you to examine it really up close. President Horn, who was truly a visionary when it came to our foundation in early years, selected 5 symbols inside the seal that he believed were the great institutions of a democracy. In the upper left quadrant on the shield is a book representing church. In the lower left quadrant is a key symbolizing home. In the upper right quadrant is a star, the symbol for our great state of Texas. And in the lower right quadrant is the lamp of learning, the lamp of education, the lamp that lights the world, representing school. These elements are separated by 10 cotton balls representing industry, as well as Lubbock and its surrounding 9 cotton-producing counties. And sitting atop all of this is an American eagle, our national bird. The shield is surrounded by the inscription, Texas Tech University, Lubbock. I want you to walk with me now. Down Ammon G. Carter Plaza, past the fountains, past where the Christmas tree sits during the Carol of Lights. I want you to remember the first time you went to Carol of Lights, when you shivered with cold, because it is always cold during Carol of Lights. But then remember how that cold was matched by the shiver the first time you heard that bass sing, "O Holy Night," and the lights lit up. I want you to walk with me past the statue of Will Rogers and soap suds wrapped in red on game days and into the center of campus to Memorial Circle. As you turn your rings to the right, imagine physically turning right to look to the north, down the engineering key. In the distance, you see Jones AT&T Stadium. And I want you to think back with me to the excitement of attending your very first Texas Tech football game. Do you remember the first time you saw Going Band from Raiderland and you saw them playing the Matador song? Do you remember the first time you saw our Warriors entering that football field dressed proudly in red and black? Do you remember the first time you saw Cliff Kingsbury? Do you remember the first time you saw the masked rider lead the team out onto the field? It doesn't matter how many times you see that, it is still one of the most dramatic and iconic entrances for college football. On the right side of your ring, you will see an image of this beloved mascot. That symbol is no stranger to you, but perhaps you weren't aware of its history. In 1936, the same year Arch Lamb founded the Saddle Tramps as a male spirit organization, a ghost rider appeared at the beginning of a home football game with the Arizona State Lumberjacks. Resplendent in a scarlet blackened cape and mask, the rider circled the field at the start of the game on a palomino and then galloped off to the amazement of the crowd. It wasn't until 1954, in Tech's appearance in the Gator Bowl, that Joe Kirk Fulton, with the red cape and mask, rode a borrowed black horse into the Gator Bowl stadium to the utter astonishment of the crowd. The football team was evidently inspired by this masked rider, as Tech wanted to pummel Auburn 35-13, and so the tradition was fixed. To this day, Texas Tech retains the scarlet and black caped masked rider on a black horse. Using your imaginations now, turn with me to face the administration building. It's one of the very first structures built on campus more than 9 decades ago, and the building was architecturally designed in the Spanish Renaissance style with ornate carvings, archways, and its Spanish tiled roof. One of the main features of this building is its twin towers, the one on the west that houses the Carillon bells that you hear ringing out musical melodies, and the one on the east that houses the 2 victory bells. If you look at that ring and you find the masked rider, behind the masked rider you'll see the engraving of that east bell tower. The victory bells, which weigh together 1,200 pounds, were first rung in 1936 after a win over TCU. And legend has it, we rung those bells all day and all night, which is why we're no longer allowed to do that. Saddle Tramps and High Riders, part of our campus spirit organizations, continue to ring the victory bells, not all day and all night anymore, after athletic wings and other monumentous occasions such as today's ring ceremony. So we have on our stage with us our saddle tramp, Noah Hearn, who is going to do this gargantuan feat. He is going to run out this middle of this room. He is going to part the sea of people like Moses so that he can exit the Merket Alumni Center. He's going to run across campus. He's going to run past the Student Union building, run past the Honors College, run past the parking lot. He's going to go to the administration registration building, go to the East Tower, and he's going to climb up all 163 steps to ring the victory bells for each of you receiving a ring tonight. Let's hope he runs fast. I want you to look with me now to the inside of your ring, because this is the most important part of your ring. Inside you will find inscribed the words, "Strive for honor." And I want you to notice that this is in the active voice. This is not strove for honor, right? This is not you have tried. This is not you have ascended. This is to continue the act of striving for honor. This inscription is from the Matador song, and this is your charge. This is your challenge. Every day that you are here, every day after you have graduated, every day that you step foot on this earth, you are forevermore a Red Raider. And you have a mission. Strive for honor. Every day, every moment, every instant. Below that, you will find your personalized inscription that is unique only to your ring. This inscription is your identifier, and if your ring is ever lost, the Honest Finder can return it to you by contacting the Alumni Association or the Balfour Company. We're coming to the end of your tour. At the very bottom of your ring, turn it around, double T's tied with a decorative band. So we've taken you on a geographical and historical tour of the ring, and hopefully it's even more meaningful to you now that you know all about its symbols and its history. And when you think about it, your ring really encapsulates Texas Tech and will forever serve to remind you what being a Red Raider really means. It's also a sign to others of your academic accomplishment and of the pride you have in your alma mater. As you travel around Lubbock, across the state, around the country, even around the world, your ring will serve as a symbol of honor. And you use that ring to bear your banners far and wide. Now I want you to take that ring. Not yet. I want you to feel that weight one more time. I want you to look at how it sparkles. And I want you to slide it onto your finger and feel how the inscription is now against your skin. Strive for honor. It is now a part of you, imprinted on your soul, your heart, and your spirit. Remember to turn the double T to face you until graduation day, when President Skuvanek will ask you to turn your rings so the double T faces outward, so that your banners will actually be borne outwards towards the greater world. Take a look at that ring. Hold it up so everyone behind can see. There you go. Congratulations.
I'd like to ask our Student Alumni Board members to join me on stage for a moment, please. We appreciate the work that these fellow students have done. Let's give them a hand. Now I'd invite everyone to stand as we sing the Matador song. Thank you very much. That concludes our program. Go Tech.